Oh, Perseus! Alright, let's get everything set up. Cool. I know. I know. Hey! You're good, Bubba. You're good. Like, take several chill pills. Maybe like 2 chill pills, probably. What's going on, everybody? It's a little high. A little too high. All right. What he said? All right. Turn up the levels. All right, so this is day 2 of working on distance. I've been working on this song for, feels like forever, but again, I want this song to be great. I really want to capture everything that I can, and I'm not going to be able to do that if I'm just settling for each and everything. So I've kind of cleared my mind, and I'm giving myself some time to really listen in on everything and see if there's any adjustments I need to make. I'm hoping to at least get, my goal is to at least get the lead vocals finalized, the back end vocals, but you know, starting pretty late today, so let's just get it started. Can't hear anything. Why can't I hear anything? Oh, hold on. Oh. User error. Perseus, excuse me. Get away from the mic. My bad. User error. I was like, why can't I hear myself? And then I realized my headphones weren't plugged in. My bad. Mighty. Alright, so let's hear
I'm not the type to write a love song, but it will for you. Gotta get these feelings off my mind. I'm not the type to go commit or even say I do, but you got me 10 toes down for life. I can be the best you've ever had. I can be the worst, it depends on how you act. So boy, go ahead, be honest. Can you keep it solid? Cause you got me fantasizing about kissing at the altar. Distance for you, yeah, I'll go the...
Alright, where would that come from? Where did that come from? Alright, let me turn up the lows.
Write a love song, but it will for you. Gotta get these feelings off my mind. I'm not the type to go commit or even say I do, but you got me 10 toes down for life. I can be the best you've ever had. I can be the worst, it depends on how you act. So boy, go ahead, be honest. Can you keep it solid? Cause you got me fantasizing about kissing at the altar.
I love the ad-libs, they're so beautiful.
I'm not the type.
Alright, so this is 1 and this is 2. 1, Why is that all the way at the bottom? Where are these?
I'm not the type to go commit or even say I do, but you got me 10 toes down for life. I can be the best you've ever had. I can be the worst, it depends on how you act. So boy, go ahead, be honest. Can you keep it solid? Cause you got me fantasizing about kissing at the altar. Distance for you.
There it is. So what I heard earlier was like some talking in the background, and that was definitely me talking in the background. Let me lift this up so you guys can see. You guys see? All right, bet. So I had to cut that out because it was like driving me crazy.
Distance for you, yeah, I'll go.
Save that. We're gonna save it this time because I made the error in not saving it last time, and we all know that was hell. So we're saving it this time.
Distance for you, yeah.
Where is that coming from? You hear that? It's like a
distance.
Alright, I found it. Alright, so I haven't mixed it yet, so we're definitely gonna make sure we mix it.
Distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that. This lonely road.
Alright, I'm not touching those lead vocals. They're soft, they're on point, and most importantly, they're on key. So, gonna turn off all the fans. Why, Callie? Why do we turn off all the fans? Because this mic picks up everything. And when you're recording, you always want to have less noise as possible, because what happens is it creates what's called white noise. And when you go in and mix the vocals, you hear this sound, and it makes the highs a little too high, and it's a little bit piercing to the ears. So you definitely want to do what we call isolating the vocals as much as possible. And when you're isolating the vocals, it really allows you to just focus in on exactly what I'm saying, no background noise, and it helps declutter the track, because throughout the track, if it's all the vocals are like that mixed in with the instrumentals, it can make the track seem clouded. So yeah, that's essentially what I'm doing.
Distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just cause I'm.
Alright, so I have the. Let me just do it again.
Distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just cause I miss ya. I don't care what.
So now I'm going to do a harmony. I don't know if I should go distance or distance. Maybe I should do two. I should do a mid and a low and see how that sounds. So we'll start with the mid vocals. If it sounds a little much, I'll scrap it, but I just kind of want to see what it would sound like if I were to do with that. I definitely want the first part, the distance, it to be on its own, and then builds it up throughout that entire pre-hook. So let's see.
Distance for you, yeah, I'll go.
Now this is the hardest part, trying to find a melody that's going to complement exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, because I don't know. Distance. So go distance. Distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Let's try that.
Distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Baby, I'm
I don't like that. It's flat. Distance. Distance.
Distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Baby,
Distance. Oh, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, ti, distance. I think that's it.
Distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss you.
Let's try that. All right, let's try that. And then let me do something else here. Hold on. Let me grab another audio because I realized. Not bad. Hold on. So I realized last time. Why do I keep doing this? I have a wireless. I realized last time that when I was recording this, it was kind of giving like that weird sound. So I didn't isolate. I didn't isolate the actual application, so it sounded weird. So we're just gonna go cancel. Remove.
Distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. Distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Baby, I'm coming. Distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Baby, distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that. This lonely distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance.
Test, test, test. All right, is that better, Brian? Thank you for letting me know. I was freaking talking this whole time, and I didn't think that. Wow. All right, that's crazy. All right. Okay, so I definitely need to set up that bot thing so I can put in the Discord like when I'm going live and where. So throughout the day, I like to go live on like Twitch and YouTube and all those things, and then at night I go live on TikTok. And that's when I kind of like am winding down. So that's why you mainly see me play video games, because at night I kind of just like to relax and chill. I don't want to do too much. But you never know, that might change. The only thing is on Live Studio for TikTok, it's not compatible with Mac, and all of my recording programs, softwares, plugins, etc. is all on the Mac. And yeah, so that's that. But right now I'm working on harmonies. I'm trying to finish this song because this is definitely the song I really want to release. So thank you for pointing out that it wasn't working. I've been live for about at least 15 minutes, so kind of missed out on some pretty good stuff because the audio wasn't working. But whatever. All right, let me get this. But also don't forget to hit that notification bell so whenever I go live, it just sends you a notification. How did you do on your stream schedule? I'm doing pretty well. I got a solid stream schedule going now. So today I wasn't really able to stream earlier because I was getting some stuff together. But I'm initiating my stream schedule next week. I'm just kind of testing certain things. I was testing certain things. Sometimes I want to go live this week to really see what times I want to commit to. And now I kind of have a full commitment. So yeah. By the way, happy Mother's Day to your mom. Let's do duplicate. So we're gonna title this. I love titling my tracks because I'll end up adjusting something that I shouldn't have. Cali Bridge Harm 1. Cali Bridge High. And we'll title that left. Cali Bridge High. Title that right. So I title my tracks because when I go in and I mix, I get confused sometimes as to what vocal is what, and then I end up mixing the wrong shit, and then I gotta undo it and do that whole mix that I did on the last one on something else. So, aw, thank you, Brian. Oh, she's gonna like you. Aw, thank you. So this one is, we're gonna do mid. When doing harmonies, you guys, it's very important to understand the scale, right? So the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. I'm not hitting the notes right, but yeah, it's important to know your do, re, mi's because that's going to come in handy when you're trying to harmonize vocals. Because you're going to have to know what note comes either after or before or complements whatever key that you're trying to harmonize to. So, just a food for thought. Mid, left. Duplicate that. Save that. And duplicate that too. It's taking hella long. All right. Okay, we're gonna put the highs on number. We'll put that on. Okay, so this high is here. We'll put that on 3. We're on 5. 5 panned out on each side. I'm gonna put this on 10. So what I'm doing right now is I'm panning out my vocals. So then that way it gives you that surround sound effect. So I just did 10. All right, so now I'm going to go in mid, right. All right, so let me go in and do this.
Is this for you? Yeah.
My bad.
distance for you. Yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen.
For you, yeah. For you, yeah, I'll go. For you.
Distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance.
Let's hear how that sounds.
Distance for you, yeah, I'll go the
No. For you, yeah, I'll go.
distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen, baby.
Alright, now let's do that again on the bottom.
Distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen, baby, I'm coming.
Alright, bet.
Distance for you, yeah,
Hi,
I'll go
Will.
the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen, baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that. Just slowly run.
Alright, so I'm gonna title these Cali Bridge. And this is gonna be called The Lows. This also helps, like, even if you guys don't mix your own vocals, this also really helps with, like, when you send your vocals to an engineer, they're gonna know what goes where. You like that, Will Crazy? Well, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, this is me making one of my songs. I wrote this song last year, and I teased a freestyle of it actually on TikTok, and everyone was like, we want this song. So what better way, if I already wrote the song on TikTok Live, what better way to keep everybody engaged, but also see the process of me releasing the song, and it kind of allows people to continue to be a part of from the very beginning of when I wrote it on TikTok Live to now recording it to releasing it, and then I'm going to shoot a music video to it. So it's going to be a factor of different things. So I'm actually really, really, really excited because I think this is a really good song. But we're going to push this up a little bit more so we can, like, see. So this is going to be titled, right now I'm titling the tracks. Bridge, low. It's going to be on the right. But like I said, I'm titling the tracks because even if you're not an engineer, when you send these vocals to an engineer, it helps them kind of know what tracks are where they go. It just keeps everything organized. I'm a firm believer of how you start something is how you finish. So if you start all cluttered and not titling your tracks, not organizing your tracks, well, when you send them to the engineer, one, it's going to take him longer to organize it. Two, he's going to have to understand where everything goes. He or she, right? Not every engineer is a he. And then it's going to prolong the process of him mixing. And there are engineers that charge by the hour, especially really, really good engineers. They're going to see how long it's going to take them to mix, and they're going to charge you on that. So, yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and hear everything. I'm probably going to turn up the lows.
Distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen, baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that. Just look.
Alright. So now, of course, we got the lead vocal, we got the harmonies. We don't want to add too much because we definitely don't want it to be cluttered. But now I'm going to go ahead and do a ad-lib. So I'm going to see what ad-libs I put in there before and kind of see if I can build off of that. So let's mute this because I think this is a dub track. And we'll title this Bridge. You can also title as you go too. So that way you're not like taking too much time. Just go as you go. Save. Don't forget to save your tracks. Are you harmonizing it? Yes. So I just finished the harmonies. I didn't want to do too much, but I do have, since I'm already, the lead vocal is already I'm singing at a higher range. All I have to do is go from the highest down. I don't need to go higher than that. So I'm trying to go down. So I did a mid-ish kind of range. and I did it to a lower range. So now I'm just going to do the ad-libs. But I'm going to see what ad-libs I put in there before so I can kind of mirror that or add to it.
This is for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Maybe you'll come and give a fuck about.
Alright, I like that. I like that. Alright, so we'll start with here. We'll mute this.
This is for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Maybe you'll come and give a fuck about. Just know.
Let's see how that sounds. Let's do that one more time.
This is for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Maybe you'll come and give a fuck about. Just
Alright, let's hear how that sounds.
this is for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Maybe you'll
I don't like the. Let's hear that back. Let's see if I can come up with something else. We'll keep that one just in case. But let's see if I can add a little bit more. That's a little bit more. Gives it a little bit more. Because I'm kind of just repeating the last thing I said, which is cool. You can always repeat, but if I can do it a little bit better, I definitely want to. So let's get to it.
This is for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Maybe you'll come and give a fuck about. Just slowly.
I do like that. For you, yeah, I'll go I'll walk 1,000 miles. Not too much, but we'll see how it goes. We'll do it again.
This is for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Maybe you'll come and give a fuck about. Just slowly roll.
For you, yeah, I'll go for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Let's try that again.
This is for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Maybe you'll come and give a fuck about. Just slowly.
Let's do that. And then we're going to grab the cutting tool. So what I like to do with my vocals is kind of like a ping pong. So like one part of the ad lib I'll do on the left side of your ear. And then the second part of the ad lib, same thing, I'll do on the right side. Just kind of give it a little like space, but then also it's kind of like a little vocal effect. You don't always have to do that, but I like it. I like it sounding like that.
This is for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they
So that one was a little off. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna see if I can scoot it up a little bit.
This is for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Baby, you'll come and give a fuck about. Just slowly roll as we cold.
Okay, so now I'm gonna lower it down just a little bit because it's a tad bit loud and I don't want it to clash with the leads. So let's hear it back again.
This is for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Baby, you'll come and give a fuck about. Just slowly roll as we cold.
Alright, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's take a quick break. Get some water. Put something in my belly. A little snack. I'm a little hungry. Hey, Perseus, no. These are dumplings. I think she got them at, my sister got them at Costco, but they're super delish. Look like this. They come with some sauce, with some soy sauce, but I kind of don't want the soy sauce. I just want to eat it raw. Pause. Mmm. So good. You like that part too? All right, bet. I'm glad it's going along well. So, fun fact. When I was younger, my uncle would like get a box of pizza when we're recording. Why? That looks good. You're really hungry. Tad bit. I just got back from the gym, so I'm kind of a little bit hungry. But I don't want to eat too much because my brother's making Korean barbecue, so I'm pretty excited. But my uncle would get a box of pizza, and the reason he would do it is because the oils and the juice from the pizza, they coat your throat. And or what we do is we take a olive oil, take a little bit of olive oil, put it in a shot, and like drink the olive oil straight. The reason for that is because the oil, it soothes your throat, so when you're singing, it allows it to not be so harsh. Little fun fact, Mariah Carey actually used to do that all the time when she was younger, when she would sing. I don't know if she still does it to this day, but that's one of the things that she would do prior to singing, is take a shot of olive oil. It doesn't taste that great, to be honest with you guys. But I'm hungry. Did you know that before you sing, you're not supposed to eat certain foods? Yeah. Honey is really good for the throat too. Anything that like is soothing, right? So honey, olive oil, all that stuff. They also say that when you're about to sing, like, don't eat certain foods. So I used to look up certain foods not to eat before I sing when I go to the studio, because right now I'm at my home. So I can take as long as I need to record these songs. But when you're at the studio, you are getting charged per the amount of time that you're there, and you have to book that time ahead of time. So if you don't get the song done within that time frame, you got to book another session. And so I would not eat like an hour before, and when I did eat, it would be something that like wouldn't ruin my vocal cords or my throat, so that way when I sing, I don't have to do as many takes. So, yeah. But yeah, tea and honey is pretty good. It just makes me sleepy. I don't know about you guys, but when I drink tea, I get sleepy. Unless it's green tea. But green tea has caffeine. Alright, so let's get back to it. Let's hear it one last time. Let me save it. Because you know your girl is known for not saving her shit. And then when it crashes, I'm like, what the hell just happened?
Distance for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just 'cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Baby, I'm coming to give up a gun. Just lonely road.
Alright, so now I'm going to work on the hook, which is my favorite part. So, the reason why the vocals are already there is because I did a pre-record. I'm actually starting to explore a variety of herbal teas. Ooh, I love herbal teas. Are we talking about throat stuff? Wait, pause. Pause. Sorry guys, so I'm actually live streaming on multiple platforms. So if you see me reading different chats and you don't see it within the chat that you're in, it's probably because I'm reading it from a different platform. But yes, exploring different varieties of teas is great. I need to work on the hook. So the reason why these are already recorded in here was because when I write my songs, I record them so I don't forget the melodies, forget what I said as I write them down. But I really try to capture how I would want to sing it when I actually record. So now that everything's already structured, the foundation is there. Now what I'm doing today is I'm going in and I'm actually singing the songs, perfecting the vocals as best as my ability. And then when I go and mix, I'm mixing solid vocals versus just boom, oh yeah, that sounds great. Now I'm going to do another one. Because you got to understand, you don't just want, not only is this music for you, but it's also for the people that want to listen. And if you're just giving half-assing your music and just throwing it out for the sake of throwing it out, you're really not giving your listeners value or quality that they deserve. So that's one of the things that I think about. I treat this as if it's my life. So if I'm going to do something, like I said, how you start is how you finish. I'm going to do it right. So let's go ahead and go into the hook. Let's start from right here. And then I'm only going to have to sing it once because... Do you add an echo a little bit? Yeah, so once I go in and mix it, I'll definitely add like the reverb, the delay, EQ it, fine tune it. But right now, really what I'm focused on is just singing this song with emotion, making sure I'm hitting the keys right, because a lot of people don't understand that when you record a song, you don't want to think about, oh, they can fix it in the mix. The second you start recording songs like, oh, the engineer can fix it, is the second you start shortchanging yourself, and you're not really pushing yourself to be the best version of yourself, best artist that you can be. You're just settling, right? So right now, all I'm really doing is just focusing mainly on the vocals. I do a light pre-mix if I hear something that I'm like, oh, let me see what it would sound like. But for the most part, I really want to focus in on mixing this. But you are correct, Real Crazy. When I go in and I mix this song, I will for sure go ahead and, do a whole, make sure I add, little subtle effects. Not too much, because you definitely don't want it to be too cluttered. If you guys hear in the background, that's my dog chewing his bone. But he's going to have to stop because I don't want to hear that in my vocals. Huh, Bubba? But I'm going to let him chew it for a little bit while I kind of just go Nirvana style. I actually love Nirvana. I do. But I'm going to practice this a little bit. And then when I figure out, how I'm going to sing this, then I'll probably have to take my dog's bone away for just a split second so I can finish recording this part. And then I'll give it back to him, which I kind of feel bad. I don't like taking his bone away because he's enjoying chewing that bone. What's his name? My dog's name is Perseus, but we call him Percy for short. I really don't want to take his bone away. I feel kind of bad, but I can't hear him chewing. If I don't, I'll hear it in my vocals, and then it'll just... I don't want to lose a take because I'm hearing... You know what I mean? So, we'll go ahead and eat this. We'll listen to it from the beginning before I move to the chorus. That way it'll give him a little bit more time to chew his bone.
I'm not the type to write a love song, but for you, gotta get these feelings off my mind. I'm not the type to go commit or even say I do, but you got me 10 toes down for life. I can be the best you've ever had. I can be the worst, it depends on how you act. So boy, go ahead, be honest. Can you keep this solid? Cause you got me fantasizing about kissing at the altar. This is for you, yeah, I'll go the distance. Walk 1,000 miles just cause I miss ya. I don't care what they say, won't listen. Baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but...
Percy! I almost tripped over my dog. Don't go behind me, Bubba. One, not only do I not want to get hurt, but I don't want to hurt you. So don't go behind me. That's not smart. It's not safe. Yeah, sweet boy. All right. He said, Old Blindy said, that's the secret sauce. Nobody figure out why the tracks are infected. Dog chewing in the background. I had to cut the delay down. So I'm actually not mixing right now. I'm just doing vocals. But yes, when I go in and I mix the track, I will definitely mix it, but this isn't mixed. It's literally just a template right now for me to get started. And then once I go in and mix, I'll definitely go in and start playing around with levels, EQing, compressing. Bless you. Take a look at everything, the bus tracks, all that. So let's go in and finish. Let's go in and finish the lead Um, but yeah, the secret sauce is the dog chewing in the background. 100% Old Blindy. That is the secret sauce. I might add a little a little track for Perseus here and put him on a track, get him barking and everything. Hi, Kenya. You like that, Kenya? Thank you. I appreciate that. Right now, Kenya, so for those of you guys that are just coming in, my name is Callie. We're working on the song called Distance. I wrote this last year. It was actually inspired, I'm a Disney head, so it was actually inspired by Hercules' song called I Can Go the Distance. But I'm referencing it to being in a relationship with someone that's far away, and I don't mind dating someone that's not exactly in my state, but because I don't mind going the distance for love. But this is the first real love song I'm really like doing. Normally I write like breakup songs or songs about my life. So I don't know. I don't really like writing love songs like that, but this was a good one. I wrote it on TikTok Live and they liked it. Hubba. So let's go ahead and record the hook. And let's get it started.
Listen, baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day. With you, I feel the fruit to my soul.
So we're gonna re-record that. One, levels are too high. It's kind of peaking a little bit. Aw, thank you. The levels are kind of peaking a little bit, so I'm gonna turn them down. Let me turn it down on the interface, actually, or the preamp. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. And then also, I feel like I'm kind of holding back. I gotta let it out, so I gotta sing diaphragm. Sing from my diaphragm. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm short, but today, I'm going to make my mic stand a little bit taller than me. So that way I'm singing up versus singing like this. Because when you sing like this, you're allowing your throat to be fully utilized. Pause. Even though you're singing from your diaphragm, you're allowing the notes to kind of come out the way they need to come out. So we're going to brush this up slightly, not too much. Like that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. All right, let's go do that.
Listen, baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about.
This lonely road has me cold, but this lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. We're gonna do that. Let's turn on the click, so that way I'm on key.
Listen, baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about.
This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day. With you, I feel the fruit to my soul. Let's say that. First bar is spelled on, but second half sounds like it. Yeah. For sure, which is exactly what I said.
This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day. With you, I feel the fruit to my soul.
Do you speak Spanish? Slightly. Fun fact, actually, Tagalog is a language in the Philippines that they speak, and mixed in with Tagalog is a little bit of Spanish. So you'll find a lot of Filipinos can actually speak Spanish simply because a lot of the Spanish words are mixed in with Tagalog. Why? Because here's a little history. Spain used to rule over the Philippines. So that's kind of like the thing right there. But I'm going to re-sing this because it could be better. 300 years of Spanish occupation. Yeah, exactly. So you'll find that a lot of Tagalog is mixed in with Spanish. A lot of the words I say, I like to say someone's handsome is guapo, you know. So there's a lot of different words that are mixed in that can correlate. But in the Philippines, a lot of their I'm not from the Philippines, my mom's from the Philippines, but a lot of their schools actually teach Spanish and English. That's one of the pre-requirements in the Philippines that they teach, because they understand how important it is to, one, not only understand English, but also Spanish as well. My Lola, which is grandmother in Tagalog, actually speaks Spanish fluently. She used to be a nurse. and gave them bahala na attitude. Yeah, 100% old blindy, 100%. Where is everyone coming from? I know old blindy, uh you're probably from one of the podcasts. Actually, I'm old blindy. I'm actually not going to be on those podcasts anymore. It's really not after doing some thought, I really started to see certain things, and after sitting down with myself, I realized that I think differently. I'm just a completely different person, and being on these podcasts I don't think is fruitful. One, for my mental health, and two, for where I'm trying to go in my life and what I'm trying to accomplish and what I'm trying to do. I really don't want to I really want to put in my all into that, especially like with my music, and there's a couple of other things that I'm looking to do. So, I really had to hone in on what is more important to me, and right now that's getting my dreams accomplished. And maybe one day I'll go back to podcasts, but for right now I really want to lock in and do what I love to do, and I don't want any distractions. And it's going to take a lot of me having to expand my mental capacity, and I don't feel that I do that talking about going on panels and podcasts and talking about the same things over and over and over. We're pretty much talking about every podcast I go on. It's the same things, and I really want to, I don't know. But not that anything that they're doing is bad. It's just, for me, it's just not my scene. Exactly. I just need a little bit more positivity in my life, and I want to spread a lot more positivity. I don't want to spread I've never been the type to I don't like confrontation. I don't. I don't do well with confrontation. I can handle confrontation when it comes about, but to deal with it on a consistent basis definitely takes a toll on your mental health. So, for what I need to do, I need to keep my mind sane and focused. And I need to be able to deal with life as it comes. And if a confrontational moment comes along or something happens along the way, I'll handle it at that time. But at least I've taken the necessary steps to be able to limit the amount of where I'm placing my energy. Because where you place your energy is important. Where you guys place your energy is so, so, so important. It can either make you or break you. And what I've found is I'll say something and someone will clip it, and it could not only tarnish my reputation or anything, because the context in what I'm saying, you're only allowed a certain amount of time to say it before someone either cuts you off or that's it. You're not able to go deep into what it is you truly mean. And then on top of that, you don't really have the time to think before you say, because you're constantly being put on the spot and pushed to get the worst out of you instead of the best. And although my goal is to do music and be in the entertainment industry, and that'll happen, I need to it's also important to understand that no matter where you are, never let anyone feel that they can be comfortable trying to get the worst out of you. And I feel like when you engage in certain things, it gives people the okay to continue being comfortable, making you feel uncomfortable. So at least if I were to, let's say I were to blow up tomorrow and I were to have be in like one of those seminars, people asking me questions, I can control the narrative that way. I don't really have control over what is being said to me when, not even that, but it's more about having control as to not only where my energy is going, but to be able to have enough time to think before I speak, because I'm human just as much as anybody else. So I might say something that's like, why did you say that? But I'm able to limit the amount of interactions or times that happens when I'm not constantly being pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. I've seen you in some of the podcasts. Yeah, some of those guys, I think they're very negative towards you and or other girls. Yeah, definitely a skill to articulate on the spot for those situations. A lot of time in your head, so you're always at the ready for a curator to take on things. Exactly. But at the same time, in order to be and do that, you have to be able to understand that there are some things that is not everything you have to speak on, right? So even if someone were to say something to me, I can have the choice to be like, I don't want to answer that. versus when you're on somewhere, you can't really have that choice. Or even if you do, at the same time, it's just being able to control your environment a little bit more, right? At least if I were to go on somewhere, I'm able to discuss things. And definitely, you're 100% right. If someone were to come up to me with confrontation, that's one thing that I do love. I do appreciate being on the podcast because I do feel that it taught me a lot about myself that, one, I need to work on, and two, that what it is that how it is to respond to certain things, because there are certain things that were said that I responded to. I was like, I probably either A, shouldn't have responded to that, B, shouldn't have gotten too personal within it, or C, shouldn't have allowed that to affect me. And I'm now, from that experience, I'm able to go and take it somewhere else. But yeah, when I was a kid in elementary school or high school, I was bullied and I didn't like that. Exactly. But I don't want to feel, the topics I don't feel are relevant to what it is that I'm doing. But also, most importantly, I need to grow within my career. And so I need to really hone in and focus in on that. And of course, like I said, if there's a situation where someone says something to me or I need to address something, I will address it. But now, because I have been on podcasts and I do understand how people are going to come to me or what people might say, I'm able to handle that accordingly. And I wouldn't have been able to learn how to do that had I not been on the podcast. So I'm eternally grateful for even having the space and the platform to be on these podcasts. Definitely. But where I'm going now, it's time for me to grow and hone in and focus on who Callie is, who Calypso really is, and the dreams and goals that she has. And I don't want to be distracted from all the noise. So that's kind of where I kind of went on a tangent about that, but that's kind of where I'm at. I don't really want to do podcasts anymore. I kind of just want to do music. Sorry, I interrupted you from the music that you're doing. No, you guys didn't. You didn't. What it did was it taught me that, because at the end of the day, when you do music, you're going to come across people, and you're going to never saw anything bad from you on me. Only sometimes people misunderstand or kind of make an argument where there isn't one. Exactly. And the whole purpose of that is for, of course, views and clouds and stuff like that. And I don't want to. I'm still working on myself to be able to get to a point where I can articulate myself a little bit more clearly, which actually I'm reading this book called The Law of Success. It's by Napoleon Hill, and it kind of teaches in on that. So this will allow me the opportunity to grow within that field and aspect. So when I get placed in an environment like that, whether it's me on a show expressing what I'm going through, or me in a seminar and someone asking me questions about myself and challenging my answers, you definitely always want to be challenged, though. If people aren't challenging you, it's not going to help you grow as a person. So again, nothing negative to say about any of the podcasts I've been on. They definitely challenge me to understand myself and grow as a person. However, now that I know where my areas of opportunities are, it's time for me to work on that. So if I'm ever put in that predicament again, I can just go in and do that. Of course, which I have tough skin, no doubt. But when you're on the same things over and over and over and over and over, and you're constantly pressured over and over and over, not pressured, but the things didn't really relate to what I'm doing. I can understand if it's, Callie, you didn't hit that note right. Callie, you're off on that key. Callie, I need you to do this. Callie, I need you to do that. That's different. But when it's about a topic that has nothing to do with my life, what am I going to gain from that? What substance am I going to gain from that? And how is that going to help me in my life to progress, not only as a person, but financially, mentally, physically? If I'm going to cooperate in something, it at least has to also be co-beneficial to myself, not just beneficial to the space that it's in. That's not really my field. So also, I have to be real with myself. I'm not even really qualified to speak on a lot of shits because, one, I'm not married. I'm not. I'm still getting my shit together as far as this. So definitely branch out. Yes, definitely branch out. So that's one of the things that I'm doing, is I'm honing in on my niche and staying focused on what it is that I set out to do from the very beginning. Because what have I been saying this entire time? How you start something is how you finish it. So if I started off doing this, I cannot just leave and do something completely separate from what it is that I'm doing now. I've worked so hard to get to this point. I don't want to get distracted from that. But I love everybody in that space. Everybody's actually really cool. When the camera's coming off, when those lives cut off, everybody's hella cool. So, music makes you feel better and gives you some confidence in yourself. 100%. But it's not even confidence in myself. It's just what I love to do. Music isn't good until you are hitting wrong or off notes. At least in jazz, to my taste. Mars Volta, Faith No More, etc. Yeah, I mean, you definitely don't want to be perfect, right? Nothing in life is perfect. People want what that's called is authenticity. You know, people want authentic feel. They want to feel what it is that you're saying. But at the same time, there's a time and place for when you hit that wrong note. There's a time and place for when you hit that off note. And you will never understand that if you're not pushing yourself to be vocally aware of when to hit those off notes. Because if I'm singing every song off key, it's going to not sound appealing to the ear, versus if I sing on key and then hit it with a little crack in the vocals. Actually, there's a song by, I don't know if it's Boyz II Men, but it was like, girl, I can't sleep at night without holding you tight. When he sang that part, although we come, it was End of the Road. Yeah, Boyz II Men. When he sang that song, he actually was cracking in his vocals. And the producer was like, no, we're going to keep that. He wanted to re-sing it. But the producer was like, no, keep that because it sounds so great. And that ended up being there's many great songs of all time, but one of the greatest songs of all time. You got to react to Ren Money Game 3 and High Ren. I got you. I'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to start my doing reaction videos again starting Monday. So there's a lot of things I'm going to start doing. Chris Stapleton style. Oh yeah. Tennessee Whiskey is good too. I love that song. All right. Let's get back to it. As I say, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's go ahead and go into it.
Listen, baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. This lonely road has you cold. This lonely road has me cold.
What the fuck? I don't even remember my own lyrics. All right. Me. Let's do distance.
This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. But you warm me.
Let's try to mess around with that.
Listen, baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel whole, the fruit to my soul.
Say that back.
This lonely road has me cold, but you warm.
I'm off beat. Let's turn up the headphones. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Listen, baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel whole, the fruit to my soul.
Let's say that back.
This lonely road has me cold, but you. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel whole, the fruit to my soul.
Let's do that again. Ooh. My dog is like staring at me. That's a good idea, blindly. My dog is like staring at me. He's like mesmerized. You like the song? You're just staring. Mwah. My sweet boy. Let me put this right here so I can read it there. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel cold, the fruit to my soul. Let's try that back. This lonely road has me cold, but you This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel her, the fruit to my soul. Let's say that back. Yeah. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel her, the fruit to my soul. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel. Why does it sound like that? I don't feel like I'm singing it that way. Maybe I am. Oh, that's why. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel her, the fruit to my soul. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold. Let's do that one more time. Let's do it a little bit softer. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel cold, the fruit to my soul. Do that one more time. I'm gonna sing it over and over again until I get it right. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel her, the fruit to my soul. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel her, the fruit to my soul. Okay, so that was great, but I don't like the because I didn't hit it. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel her. Alright, let's duplicate that, and then let's not scrap that, but see if I can sing it a little bit better, because that was a good take. It was a good take, but I want it to be a great take. I want to be great. So. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel her, the fruit to my soul. This lonely tracks? Yeah. That's the only track that's playing right now. Everything's muted except for that one track. So there's a delay on there. But I'm not touching it right now because if I start messing with a delay, I'm going to want to mess with other things. And I'm not trying to do that. I just want to get this right vocally. So when I do mix it, I can focus solely on the mix. Because the second I start playing with one knob, I'm going to start playing with all knobs. I just know myself. I know myself how it works. So I have to focus on one thing at a time. Because if I start tweaking, I'll become a tweak head. There's actually there used to be, I don't know if you guys remember this, for those of you that have been doing music a long time, but there used to be a website called Tweakheads, and that used to be the go-to website for anything you needed help on. You would go to tweakheads.com, and that would be like how to learn how to mix, learn how to do all these things. And I remember the first time I started really learning how to mix was at 12 years old, and then I've been doing it up until now. But yeah, I miss that website actually. I miss websites like that. You know what I mean? You know, Tweakheads and all these other things. Yeah, those are my favorite ones. You guys remember MySpace? I used to love MySpace. I wish I from what I heard, I think MySpace is still around, but MySpace used to be the thing. I wish Facebook was more like MySpace. You can have like your own theme and layout. I think that'd be add on the knobs. My guitar pedals just stay on some general settings. Is it like cheating a little bit? What? Oh, no, like, think about it. A lot of the great had MySpace a long time ago. Yeah. A lot of the greatest, like, before you do something, you have to learn how to do it, right? Before you assemble any type of furniture, you got to read the instructions on how to assemble it. So it's very important to understand what you're doing. So as you grow and you continue doing it, you're going to understand what it is you're playing with. Pause. Because there's a lot of what we call plugins that you would use in the mix. But if you don't understand what they do, you're just throwing something on for the sake of trying to make it sound better. But it might actually end up making the song sound worse. So, one, you don't want to put too many plugins in there because it'll bag up your computer. But two, bag up the vocals and it can damage the vocals more than it complements it. So really you want to just stick to like the simple things, but you really want to understand what these things do. So when you're mixing, you know how to get the sound or the quality that you're looking for. My dog just farted and it stinks. Whoo! Damn, Percy. Whoo! Sorry, bud. A little stinky there, dude. If you ever want to know what Cali smells like, ADD, yeah, 100%. If you ever want to know what Cali smells like, smell like this. It smells so good. Yeah, I had to do that. I'm sorry, but you stink, bruh. That was a silent but deadly one. Whew.
Baby, I'm coming, give up,
this lonely road has me cold, but you warned me. Fuck, I need to get this lonely road. I'll do that again.
Baby, I'm coming, give up,
this lonely road has me cold, but you warned me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel hope, the fruit to me own.
Baby, I'm coming, give up, this lonely road has me cold, but you warned me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one.
No, you're good, old Lively. You're good. I'm glad you're doing great. Thank you, Brian. I'm glad that you mentioned something because it might you not having the thing is there are some people that get like, I know how to do it. I'm not like that. But when you mention something, that gives me something to look out for when I do go and mix. So even though I might know I'm going to have to adjust the delay, at the same time, I'm knowing that if you or anyone were to hear the song, that might be one of the first things that they hear. So I got to make sure that that's one of the first things that I tweak. But usually one of the first things that I tweak is the EQ, because that matters, which I definitely have to re-EQ this and go in, but that mixing can take anywhere from a whole freaking day. I remember it took me 3 days to mix one person's song before. I had an artist send me a song, and that shit took 3 days. One, he recorded the song on BandLab, and then he didn't have a good mic, so you can hear a lot of like different things. The microphone, a lot of people think that you have to have like the most expensive equipment. Really, if you're gonna buy anything expensive when recording, it at least has to just be the microphone. The microphone, a good preamp for the microphone, and an interface. Hey homie, I checked your video. Seems like you are new in Kick, not yet affiliated and verified. I got a proposal by sharing a no, I'm okay. Thank you, Kendra. I'm not really looking to I will take whatever time it needs to gain the following that I need. But I appreciate you for coming in and looking to grow my Kick. But I'm not looking to grow my platforms fast. I'm looking to just grow my platforms, and however long it takes to grow, I'm going to take the necessary steps that is required of me. Because the second you start trying to do things, quick things, the second things can start not really being what it is. So, but I appreciate you, Kendra, wholeheartedly. It's more what you put into it. A good layer can walk on crap equipment, but it helps yours. Yeah, it is definitely more of what you put into it, of course, right? You gotta have the talent. But at the same time, if you're looking to take this serious, you also have to invest. Just like you would a business. If you're looking to make a business, you gotta invest in it. You gotta pay for the licensing that's required, whatever it is that it's needed. So if you're gonna pay for equipment anyways, there's no problem paying for the mid stuff, but at least take the time to get a good microphone. I'm not saying you have to spend $10,000, but you're going to have to come out of pocket for at least a good microphone, because that's one of the most important things to have. Because a good microphone can really capture the raw talent that you have. Buying or building a new guitar doesn't make me suck less. No, it doesn't. But how you record that is important. Just like, it's like that type of thing, right? Where you can go, for example, I was recording this song on my Fifine mic. That Fifine mic is probably a couple $100. Definitely could get the job done. And it could definitely do that. But you have an instrument already, it's called your voice. Exactly, your instrument is your voice. And how it's captured is also just important. You're going to need a mic anyways. I've been doing this for... The thing is, what I've learned is that I used to have that. I used to have the regular microphone that probably costed me a couple $100. M audio interface, probably like another couple $100. And then over time, when I owned my studio, I had to upgrade, because I'm not going to charge people to record at a studio with equipment that they can pay either, they're willing to pay either more or less at a studio that has better equipment. So that's kind of what made me do it. But then when I started recording other artists, different artists, I've recorded rock artists, pop artists, R&B artists, rap artists. But when I started recording them on the newer gear that I had, the quality was a lot better. And when I went into mix, it made it a lot easier because it was less things I had to take out. Yes, you need a microphone. I forgot about that. Yes. I'm not saying you have to go and buy like a whole setup. But at least if you're going to be a recording artist, you have to have a good microphone that can capture everything. Because these microphones capture everything. Everything. But I still have my other microphone right there. I use it mainly for when I'm gaming. Because I have my PC that was built from the ground up. So I usually use that for when I'm gaming. I only use this from when I'm singing. And then I put it away because I don't want it to get broken. Because this guy, my Perseus, likes to move around. If he breaks this, I will cry. Because I've had this microphone for like 5 years. And plus it lasts longer. What's up? It's no, Bubba, this will make you go poopy. You have a sensitive stomach, sorry. And you eat at 6. I've been singing since I was 9. Recording since I was 12. When I first got my first job, I saved up all my money and I bought recording setup for myself. I started using Pro Tools. I started off using Pro Tools, and then Reason, which I'm using now, I use for beats. But I'm recording in Reason right now because everything I have is already here and I don't feel like busting out Pro Tools. And Pro Tools crashes a lot. But I love Pro Tools. I'm going to get another subscription, but Perseus. I wish you guys could see him. He's so adorable. Look. Hi. That's my baby. He has his toys. He has his toys. Ooh, he has his toys everywhere. Like, no matter how organized I get with them, he's always going to have his toys. Silly guy. Yeah, he does. No, he wants this. He wants this dumpling. Where are your treats? I had... There they are. Wait. 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 Okay. Good boy. All right. Down. Wait. Wait. Okay. Good boy. Such a good boy. Such a really good boy. I'm not gonna lie. I really am blessed with this one. I ain't gotta worry about nothing with you. Except when you try to eat my underwear and go in the trash. That's the only thing. He eats my underwear. I don't know why. I don't know what it is in my underwear that he loves to eat, but I cannot leave my underwear out. Dirty or clean, he will eat it. So I gotta make sure I don't leave. The crazy part is I don't put my clothes everywhere. I put them in a basket. Like my dirty clothes, I put it in a laundry basket. So when I'm ready to go do laundry, I just grab the basket and I go. He'll go into the laundry basket and just grab my underwear and just start eating it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Away from there. You know better. Go to your room. Go lay down. Go to your room. Sit. Down. Down. Stay.
Baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever, and a day with you. I feel all the fruit to my soul. Baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever, and a day with you. I feel all the fruit to my soul.
It's not hitting for me.
Baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever, and a day with you. I feel all the fruit to my soul. Baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that. This lonely road
emotion. The sad thing about singing a love song is if you're not in love with someone, it's really hard to get that I'm in love with you. So I gotta really, sometimes what I do is I pretend I'm in a movie. And if I were to act in the movie and this song were to come on, who would be staring at me and what feeling would I get from it? And now that I think about that, if I was in Sinners and Michael B. Jordan was my husband in that movie, that would be the person I would sing that song to. So, let's close our eyes and listen. What it says, you're doing great. Sometimes I am. What'd you say, Brian? What did you say? All right, let's stop playing around. All right, hold on. Let me just put this down. Let's stop playing around. Come on. I need freedom to move my arms. All right, come on.
Baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that.
This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel all the fruit to my soul. He said that was funny. You know, we all have a celebrity crush. I know you guys damn sure have a celebrity crush. You cannot sit here and tell me I don't have a celebrity. You guys have a celebrity crush. As a matter of fact, who's your celebrity crush? Go ahead and put it in the chat. I want to know some. Who is your celebrity crush? You guys know mine now, so I want to know yours.
Baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel whole.
So I like that take, but yeah, still do Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey's gorgeous. I'm not even gonna hold you, and she's so talented. Like her songs, you can just listen to, and her songs are what we call timeless. They're timeless. It doesn't matter how old they are. It doesn't matter how new they are. Her songs just are timeless. It's her voice. Yeah. You know that song? I give my all to have just one more night with you. She wrote that song about Derek Jeter. And I'm like, damn. I learned that on I guess someone was talking about it. I was doing a little like study on I like to study the greats like Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, and really like understand like what inspired them to write some of their songs and how they were able to take that inspiration and turn it into what we listen to today. And so when I read that, I was like, oh, that's so dope, right? She reminded me of an opera singer star. Oh yeah. You know, Freddie Mercury, when he wrote Bohemian Rhapsody, he was inspired by an opera song. Queen is a really good rock band. I'm not gonna hold you. Queen is actually one of the greatest rock bands of all time, aside from like Linkin Park and like just a couple other like Nirvana, shit like that.
Baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that.
This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel all the fruit to my soul.
Baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know this will.
All right, it needs a little bit more. You ever seen Hustle and Flow? Push that shit out. All right, I got you.
Baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that.
This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel all the fruit to my soul.
Baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever.
Yeah, I seen that one. That's a good movie. It was such a great movie. It was such a great movie. It actually made me love Queen a lot more. I was singing along to every single song in the movie, but like when I actually saw, I didn't know his lifestyle like that. Like I didn't do the homework behind him. I just loved their songs and would listen to it. But after I watched the movie, I was like, damn, that song is crazy. You feel me? So
Baby, you call me to give a fuck about that.
this lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day. With you, I feel all the fruit to my soul.
Baby, you call me to give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day. With you, I feel all the fruit to my soul.
Fuck. Alright, let's hear that. Let's hear that by itself.
This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day. With you, I feel whole, the fruit to my soul.
Yeah, I can sing that better. Normally, if I'm in like the studio with the engineers I work with, they'll be like, "Do it again." So it's great. It's great because the people that I work with are kind of the reason why I have this mentality today, where it's like, "That's good, it's cool, but I need to be better." And one of the engineers, one of which was my uncle. My uncle, when I first started doing music, I had sent him a song that I wrote. He literally looked at me in my face and said, "That song's ass." I was like, What can I change about it?" He was like, "Everything. I don't like it." "What do you not like about it?" "I don't know." So then I had to go back, record another song, send it to him, ass. Go back, record another song, send it to him, ass. Go back, record another song, send it to him, ass. And so one day, I was so pissed that he didn't like my music. I studied the music that he liked. And I went back, recorded a song that was called You. You thought you controlled me. And when I recorded that song, or I sung it for him, he said, "I like it. Let's record it." And that was the first time I've ever recorded. But it took years for him to finally be like, "All right, you're ready. Like, let's go record." And even to this day, if I were to have him, he would be like, "I don't like it. Sing it better. Do it again. Change this. Add this. Do this." So, and then when he kind of stepped away from the music industry, he would plug me in with his engineer, who also engineers for Joyner Lucas, Will Smith, and a lot of other very successful artists. Might be subjective though. Yes, but it's different because he's in the, and he's has that creative ear. Like he has that ear for like music. Like he's really good. He's actually one of the greatest producers, but that I know. But I digress. He was pushing me to be able to like push beyond my limit. But even when I record with other like the engineer, his name's Narek Umbar. He's an engineer in LA. I don't know if he's still in LA, but yeah, when I would record with him, he would do the same thing. He would put it on what we call loop record, and I had to sing it over and over and over and over until he was finally like, "Yeah, I like that. Keep that." So that's why I have the mentality that I have today, because I know what style and sound is complementary, at least to my vocals. And if I'm not hitting that, I'm like, "Gotta do it again, gotta do it again, gotta do it again." But sometimes, like you guys say, sometimes you want the can they tell or explain how to do it? Sometimes they can, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they'll leave it up to me to find out how I can do better. Sometimes they will. Was your uncle in one of the videos that you did? No. My uncle hasn't been in any of the videos that I've done, actually. He doesn't do music anymore. He started off as a producer. He started working with an artist called Omar Kadir. You guys can look him up on YouTube. He's done music with pretty much all the greatest. He actually owns a studio chain down in LA that I go to all the time. But Omar, he would work with him and would produce all of Omar's beats and even engineer him. And then they met. I don't know how they met Narek, but when Narek came around, Narek started engineering, mixing, and mastering all of Omar's songs. So I can hear what I think would sound better. Little tweaks. Yeah, little tweaks. But no, they've never been in any of my videos. But I appreciate them because they've helped me expand on my knowledge when it comes to recording. And actually, my melodies are inspired by how Omar does his. Because Omar is probably one of the greatest person to go to for melodies. I mean, his melodies are just off the chain. It's like he'll do something, he'll say something in the studio, and I'll be like, "How the frick did you come up with that?" Like, his melodies are just crazy, and so that's how I start. That's when I started learning how to harmonize and do a lot more melodies, because I was literally watching him. I'd be in his studio sessions as a kid and just listen to him, and I'd be like, "I want to do that too." So. But yeah, he's pretty good. He has a good following, a good base. I still listen to his songs to this day. Sometimes even when I'm live, I'll play his stuff. Oh, YouTube? Yes, Brian. I'm on YouTube. I love this story. Aw, thank you, Brian. Yes, Brian. I'm on YouTube. I'm on everything. I have all of your chats here. So I'm looking at all of your chats. But let's go ahead and re-record that one more time. I don't know. I don't want to say one more time because I feel like I'm lying. But let's re-record that again and hope that that is the last time. So let me drink a sip of water. Oh, maybe I should unmute everything. Let's mute this and let's just listen to... You know what we're going to do? We're going to do what's called a loop record. Or a loop playback. Once I get this down, this is really all I need to get down. I can just copy and paste for it to repeat itself. But let's bring the right over here. Oh really? Yeah. Thank you. I'll definitely take a look at it. Sorry, I haven't really been on Discord yet. It's connected to my phone, so it might show I'm active, but I'm really not on Discord right now. I need to go in there. I need to see if my homies are on there. In about an hour, around 6, I have to have a hard stop because 1, I gotta feed my pup, and 2, I gotta hop on TikTok to start doing my gaming content. So if I don't get this down today, I'll be back tomorrow doing it again. So, all right, let's try this. This homey road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel up, no fruit to my soul. Listen, baby, I'm coming to give up. Oh wow, I didn't even fucking. No worries, keep pushing. Yes, yes. But I do want to watch that interview though, because I am curious to see how that's all, folks. DDG. I want to hear a story, so that's exciting. Listen, baby, I'm coming to give up. This holy road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel up, the fruit to my soul. Let's sing it one more time. Listen, baby, I'm coming to give up. This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel up, the fruit to my soul. Listen, baby, I'm coming to give up. This lonely fuck. All right. All right. let's try it again.
Baby, I'm gonna give up. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever. When I day with you, I feel whole. The fruit to my soul. Listen, baby, I'm gonna give up. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I want.
Damn, the passing is too breathy. I could lower it though. I could lower that and mix it, but I don't want to take a chance on that. I just want to do it.
Listen, baby, I'm gonna give up. This lonely road, this lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. Listen, baby, I'm gonna give up. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever. When I day with you, I feel whole. The fruit to my soul. Listen, baby, I'm gonna give up. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever. When I day with you, I feel whole. The fruit to my soul. Listen, listen, baby, I'm gonna give up. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever. When I day with you, I feel whole. The fruit to my soul. Listen, baby, I'm coming.
Yeah, I agree. I need to push that out. The vibrato was great. But the reason why I'm re-singing it instead of just like fixing certain clips is because one day I will have to sing this live. And you can't punch in and out when you're singing live. So if I'm not able to do it in my own record, then how can I expect to do it live? You know what I mean? Which, yes, you can also practice and shit like that, but you can always tell when, not always, but majority of the times you can tell when someone punches in versus you just sing that shit all the way through. I think it would sound correct. Has me cold.
Listen, baby, I'm gonna give up.
This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever. When I day with you, I feel whole. The fruit to my soul. I'm running out of breath. I shouldn't do this. Doing live. Well, I used to do shows. So I would do shows all over the Bay Area, San Francisco, Oakland, you name it. And I would have to sing these songs live. They would take out my backing vocals and I have to sing that shit live. So that's what I'm thinking of. If I were to do a show, singing that shit live is a lot different. The vocal fry you put in 2 places sounded good. Thank you. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me.
Listen, baby, I'm gonna give up.
This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever. When I day with you, I feel whole. The fruit to my soul.
Listen, baby, I'm gonna give up. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever. When I day with you, I feel whole.
This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold. Alright, hold on.
Listen, baby, I'm gonna give up.
This lonely road has me cold, but you warm me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever. When I day with you, I feel whole.
This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel all the fruit to my soul. Listen, baby, I'm coming, give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel all the fruit to my soul. Listen, baby, I'm coming, give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one, hold on, but I have faith. Fuck. Listen, baby, I'm coming, give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know. Listen, baby, I'm coming, give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel all the fruit to my soul. Listen, listen, baby, I'm coming, give a fuck about that. Listen, baby, I'm coming, give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel.
Alright, hold on. Alright. Push that shit out. Like. Alright, Callie. You've done this time and time and time again. Get it right. Okay? Arch your back. Push out.
Listen, baby, I'm coming, give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel all the fruit to my soul. Listen, listen, baby, I'm coming, give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel all the fruit to my soul. Listen.
I like that one. Woo! 5 million takes later. Yeah, damn. Alright. So we're gonna go and duplicate that. And then, is that really somewhere else? Alright. Fucking hell, man. He said I do too? Thank you, Uno. Thank you. Delete all in group. That was it. Whew. It only took 45 minutes for me to do that one take. Now you understand why it takes so long. Now you guys understand when a person says, I'm in the studio, and they've been in the freaking studio all mother effing day. This is probably one of the reasons why they're in the studio all day. That one take took me how many tries? Sheesh. Alright, so now I'm going to do the dubbies. Now I just gotta do dubbies. Dubby dub dubs.
Listen, baby, I'm coming, give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know where this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever and a day with you. I feel all the fruit to my soul. Listen.
Alright, now we're gonna take that and we're gonna turn it all the way down. We're going down, down, and around. Sugar, we're going down swinging.
Listen, baby, I'm coming, give a fuck about that. This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. to my soul. Listen, baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about this lonely road has me cold, but you warn me.
So let's turn that all the way down. Where is that? What? What the hell? What the helly? What the helly on? What the helly berry? Where is this? Oh, here it is. Why is it all the way down here? That's gonna irk me. That is gonna irk me. Where's this? Alright, bro. What the hell? This is the rap part. It goes there. I'm not gonna lie, I have like OCD to be honest with you guys. So like when tracks are like all the way down here and they should be up here, it irks me. It irks my soul. Alright. Now let's bring this to, what is this, 29? What is this? Oh shit, that's the wrong thing. Panned out.
Listen, baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about this lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever. When I day with you, I feel whole. The fruit to my soul. Listen, baby, I'm coming to give a fuck about this lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever. When I day with you, I feel whole. The fruit to my soul.
Oh yeah. Oh nana. Look what you done started. Oh nana. Welcome to autism. Welcome to autism. Listen. Okay. I get it. I get it. I know. It's just everything has a place. You feel me? Everything has a place. My pup is sleeping. The fact that my pup can sleep while I'm sitting here, la la la, you cuckoo. At least he loves the sound of my voice. But he definitely is sleeping. He got his bone like right next to him. Ah, I love my dog. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. It's good to be that way. I know. It's good to stay organized. Definitely good to stay organized. All right, so now let's do some harmonies. Shit. This is going to be my dog. It's gonna be harder. Let's see if now I really gotta play around. This lonely road, lonely road.
This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know this will go, but I have faith. You're the one. This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me.
What if I, instead of doing that, I did something different? What if I was like,
this lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know this will go, but I have faith. You're the one. This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know this will go, but I have faith. You're the one I wanna hold forever. When I day with you, I feel whole. The fruit to my soul.
this lonely road, this lonely road, road, oh, road. Slowly road. Damn, I don't know what harmony I'm gonna do that way. Na 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 na.
This lonely road has me cold, but you warn me. I don't know this will go, but
Okay. Hold on. Who's really good at vocals backing? This song kind of reminds me of like a Justin Bieber song. It's definitely a pull-up song for sure. Or Kehlani. I need a gangsta to love me better. Watch Maynard in the Beto interview. He listened to the album in progress driving around and let it marinate. Yeah, definitely. But the only issue is I gotta finish this song by Monday. I need to, but I'll definitely. You know what I'll do? I'll finish the leads and the dubs, and then tomorrow when I have fresh ears, because I only have like 30 more minutes left, like 32 more minutes left. I'll do the harmonies. So I'll leave these on mute for now. Give myself an ear break on that, and then finish the leads on this. So at least by doing so, I give myself some time to really let this song marinate, listen to it, and then tomorrow come back and do it. Which, by the way, chat, happy Mother's Day to all of your beautiful mothers. Really don't like the gingers are black trend. What do you mean the gingers are black trend, Brian? I didn't know that was a trend. You can do whatever you want. You're great. You are amazing. Thank you so much. My goal is to be great. I'm not great yet. I'm okay. I'm good. But being great, that's a hard shoe to fill, because when you think of greats, you think of like Whitney Houston, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, Beyonce. You know, I'm not there yet, but I will be if I really hone in on this song. All right. You have a great voice. Oh, thank you, old blindy. And thank you guys for tuning in on my live. Best viewers on streambo.com. I will come tomorrow again. I'm not leaving yet. Sounds good, Will Crazy. I'm going to be going live every day. So, I just need to really go in and do this. So now I'm going to go to the next leads, which is going to be this part. So let me go in and do this. Oh shit, I'm on the wrong part.
But don't get confused. Yeah, promise.
My bad. Mute all these. Oh, na, look what you done started. Started too late.
Stay with you, I feel all the fruit too.
That's off.
Stay with you. Stay with you, I feel all the fruit to my soul. But don't get confused, cause me on. Stay with you, I feel all the fruit to my soul.
Don't get confused. Trust me once, promise you'll lose. Fuck. What the hell? Where's that coming from? Oh, here. I'm like, where's that noise coming from? Alright. I forgot how this goes. But don't get confused. Cross me once, promise you'll lose. Bet you'll crave what you abuse. I'll go ghost and act brand new. That's facts. And can't you see I can be your... Can't you see? I can be your sweetest dream. Give you more than you believe. Be a fire, be a peace.
Stay with you, I feel all the fruit to my soul.
But don't get confused. Cross me once, promise you'll lose. Bet you'll crave what you abuse. I'll go ghost and act brand new. That's facts. And can't you see I can be your sweetest dream? Give you more than you believe. Be a fire, be a peace.
Never the one. Stay with you, I feel all the fruit to my soul. But don't get confused. Cross me once, promise you'll lose. Bet you'll crave what you abuse. I'll go ghost and act brand new. That's facts. And can't you see I can be your sweetest dream? Give you more than you believe. Be a a fire, be a peace.
I like that, but let's do it again.
Stay with you, I feel home, the fruit to my soul. But don't get confused, cross me once, promise you'll lose. Bet you'll crave what you abused. I'll go ghost and act brand new, that's facts. And can't you see, I can be your sweetest dream, give you more than you believe. Be a fire, be a peace. Never go, stay with you, I feel home, the fruit to my soul. But don't get confused, cross me once, promise you'll lose. Bet you'll crave what you abused. I'll go ghost and act brand new, that's facts. And can't you see, I can be your sweetest dream, give you more than you believe. Be a fire, be a peace.
Let's do it one more time.
Stay with you, I feel home, the fruit to my soul. But don't get confused, cross me once, promise you'll lose. I'll go, bet you'll crave what you abuse. Stay with you, I feel home, the fruit to my soul. But don't get confused, cross me once, promise you'll lose. Bet you'll crave what you abused. I'll go ghost and act brand new, that's facts. And can't you see, I can be your sweetest dream, give you more than you believe. Be a fire, be a peace. Never the one, stay with you, I feel home, the fruit to my soul. But don't get confused, cross me once, promise you.
We'll do it again.
Stay with you, I feel home, the fruit to my soul. But don't get confused, cross me once, promise you'll lose. Bet you'll crave what you abused. I'll go ghost and act brand new, that's facts. And can't you see, I can be your sweetest dream, give you more than you believe. Be a fire, be a peace. Never stay with you, I feel home, the fruit to my soul. But don't get confused, cross me once, promise you'll lose. Bet you'll crave what you abused. I'll go ghost and act brand new, that's facts. And can't you see, I can be your sweetest dream, give you more than you believe. Be a fire, be a peace.
Do it one more time.
Stay with you, I feel home, the fruit to my soul. But don't get confused, cross me once, promise you'll lose.
Alright, do it again.
Stay with you, I feel home, the fruit to my soul. But don't get confused, cross me once, promise you'll lose. Bet you'll crave what you abused. I'll go ghost and act brand new, that's facts. And can't you see, I can be your sweetest dream, give you more than you believe. Be a fire, be a peace. Never the one.
Actually, you like that one? Yeah. So actually, fun fact, I actually rap. Fun fact, I'm actually started off as a songwriter. So I started off writing songs for a bunch of Bay Area artists, from singers to rappers. So I'd have rappers come to me to help them write their songs. So yeah, a lot of people don't know that about me, but I do rap.
Stay with you, I feel home, the fruit to my soul. But don't get confused, cross me once, promise you'll lose. Bet you'll crave what you abused. I'll go ghost and act brand new, that's facts. And can't you see, I can be your sweetest dream, give you more than you believe. Be a fire, be a peace. Never the one to.
Yeah, I'll do that. I like that one. Alright, so now we're gonna bring it on over here. And we'll...
Never thought one day I'll find someone who makes me feel so damn alive. Promise you won't play no games with my heart, 'cause you know I can't take it, another heartbreaking.
Well, it is and don't like it. Dang, I didn't know that there was a trend going on like that, Brian. That's crazy.
Never thought one day I'll find someone who makes me feel so damn alive.
First parts need note added. First part should go A A A B flat G. Yeah, I'll play with that a little bit. See if I want to add that in, or if I want to do that when I start doing the harmonies and background vocals to that. But we'll see. 'Cause I really like it. I really fucking like it. But we'll try it. We'll give it a chance. I'm always open to new things. Let's see. But let me
be a fire, be a peace. Never thought one day I'll find someone who makes me feel so damn alive. Promise you won't play no games with my heart, 'cause you know I can't take it, another heartbreaking. I fire.
So the fun fact, actually, you guys, had to get my guitar to reference the. Hey, I mean, if you got a guitar, oh blindy, then yeah. He said I had to get my guitar. See, that's what us men want to hear. Hey, listen, this isn't the podcast, Uno. We're here you guys go with this men stuff. Listen. Oh, Blondie, what kind of guitar do you have? Yeah, tell us, what kind of guitar do you have, old Blondie? He said, see, that's what us men want to hear. Listen, that's what people want to hear, not just men, because women want to hear that stuff too. Everybody wants to hear that their opinion matters. It's a natural thing. And I think a lot of times we get so caught up in this man versus woman debate that we forget, aside from the genders, we are all one thing in common, a human being. We all have the same emotions. It's just how we all deal with those emotions that differentiate us. But at the same time, I don't want us to get so caught up in man versus women, because at the end of the day, nah, music wise, like double standards. Double standards, yeah. That one was, yeah. I have a lot of guitars and bill kits, so it's many. Oh, okay. Fun fact, I actually tried to play guitar because someone was like, if you can play piano, you can play guitar. Man, I tried playing guitar, man. I couldn't do that shit. I was like, and then I didn't want to take the time to learn to play guitar because I just didn't have time to do it. Well, no, let me stop playing around. Let me start being more honest with you guys. Well, not that I'm not being honest, but let me be real. I didn't want to take the time to learn how to play guitar. How you phrase and word things important. I'm starting to learn that. So I didn't want to take the time to learn how to play guitar. But yeah, I tried it for a little bit and I was like, man, I don't want to do that. They're the same, but they're different. We can agree. 100%. 100%. But that's what we need. Everything needs to have a balance. You can't just have one of everything, right? Where there's a yin, there's a yang. So where there's man, there's a woman. Where there's up, there's down. Where there's left, there's right. And I think that a lot of times we get so caught up in which is better, who is better, and gets what it feels like to me is we get caught up in our pride. And that will fail a person every time. Your pride and your ego is what will cause the biggest downfall of your life. So it's important to remember that although we have differences, it is our differences that aid us at the same time. Because what I lack, you gain. What you lack, I gain. And if we can come to a place where we can come together versus constantly feeding and dividing us, I promise you, you will start to see humanity in a different way. We'll start having a lot more peace in life because we're not so focused on either A, having to be right, B, having to be a certain way, but more so focused on creating peace and balance and unity. Took piano lessons years ago, can play a couple pieces, some are ingrained in my soul. Yeah, the first song I learned how to play on piano was One Republic. And how that happened, I was 9 years old, and my mom asked me, Kelly, what do you want for Christmas? I said, I want a piano. She got me a keyboard. We didn't have the money to pay for piano lessons. My mom was a single mom at the time. And she had a boyfriend, his name was Sean. They ended up getting married, and he was the father. I'm not gonna lie, he was the father of my life. Like, he taught me how to ride a bike, helped me with my homework. Like, he was a great role model he got me into jiu-jitsu. Great role model for myself. I digress. I'm prolonging it, but yeah, she got me a piano, and I wanted to learn how to play, but I didn't have money for the piano lessons. So I went on YouTube, and I brought up my laptop, and I learned how to play piano on YouTube. And that is what we call YouTube University. And that is when my expansion on how to learn something began. Now, whenever I need help on learning something, I either go to YouTube or ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a lot faster, but if I need something in greater detail or need to see a visual representation of something, I go to YouTube. If it's something that I feel I can just read instructions on, like a manual or a guide, I go to ChatGPT. So, piano is able to do more. Yes, 100%. I love piano. Every note on the piano is a note on your vocal cords. So that's why I say if you're a singer, it's very important to have a keyboard near you so you can practice your scales every single day. If you are not practicing your scales every single day, you are not setting yourself up for success. You're limiting your vocal abilities. So it is more ergonomic, yes. But I love guitars. As you can see, this beat has a guitar in it, so it's actually one of the things that attracted me to it was the way the guitar played. Was just something about when that guitar hits, you're just like, ooh, I love that. All right, let's do this again.
Be a fire, be a peace. Never thought one day I'll find someone who makes me feel so damn alive. Promise you won't play no games with my heart. 'Cause you know I can't take it. Another heartbreak for me.
So you know that part in the ad lib where it goes, "Don't play no games with my heart." I was actually inspired by, yes, you guessed it, a group called Backstreet Boys. And the song was, "Quit playing games with my heart, with my heart. I should have known from the start." I actually grew up listening to Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, Britney Spears, and all that. So you'll kind of hear in a lot of my songs references from a lot of songs from the 90s, even songs from Motown as well. I listened to a lot of Motown as a kid. He said, "With my heart, my heart, I should have known from the start." And I don't know why, but when I heard this song, 2001, I think. Yeah, 2001, 2000s. So you'll hear a lot in my songs. It's early 2000s, 90s, and even Motown. I used to listen to Marvin Gaye, Temptations, all that. So you'll start to hear sometimes in my ad libs or sometimes in my music references from other things because that's what kind of inspired me. Remember the Backstreet Boys, that song about the vampires? Yes! Oh my god, how did that song go? What song was that one? Dude, that was the greatest music video of that decade. I'm not even gonna hold you. That music video, that was one of my favorite music videos. I'm not even gonna hold you, Will Crazy. I love that music video. I used to watch that music video on a daily basis. I remember when it came on MTV. I remember when MTV was actually music television. Now it should be RTV because all it is reality television. But remember when MTV was music television? It was just music. You know what I mean? Music videos, all that. My sister listening to 80s music into early 90s, more with Christian music. I do like Christian music as well. I listen to a couple of Christian. I haven't listened to it in a long time, but I went through a period where I was listening to nothing but Christian music. So I was in a very dark place in my life. And what you surround yourself with when you're in that deep of a dark place is very important because it can either make or break your mental health. So there's a period where I was just struggling to even get out of bed. So I started turning to Christian music and stopped listening to everything else to kind of get myself back up. Carson Daly. Yeah, there's a radio station out here. It's called K-Love. And I would just turn on that radio station. That was when, right, listening to the radio station was a thing. I don't even know I don't listen to the radio station anymore. I have Spotify. So I just plug my phone in and Bluetooth my phone and just listen to everything on Spotify or CarPlay. So I don't even listen to the radio anymore. But when I did, it was those stations, or 94.9, 106 KMEL, all those stations. But yeah, quit playing games with my heart. That used to be my song. Although, or this one. Although loneliness has always been a friend of mine, I'm leaving my life in your hands. Hey, people say I'm crazy and that I am blind. I'm risking it all in a glance. What he said, and how you got me blind is still a mystery. I can't get you out of my head. I don't care what is written in your history, as long as you're here with me. I don't care who you are, where you're from, don't care what you did, as long as you love me. Who you are, where you're from, don't care what you did, as long as you love me, baby. That was my shit. That was my shit. Yeah, you said Backstreet Boys, everybody. Say, that was my shit. I ain't gonna hold you. When every time Backstreet Boys comes on, I'm like, I start breaking out and dancing. I'm like, hey, that's my shit. I'm not gonna hold you. This new generation don't know what good music is anymore. They don't know about that Backstreet Boys. They don't know about that NSYNC. Man, they don't know about none of that. Or remember City High? What would you do if someone's at home crying all alone on the bedroom floor cause he's hungry and the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money and his dad is gone somewhere smoking rock now, in and out of lockdown. I ain't got a job now, so for you this is just a good time, but for me this is what I call life. You guys remember that one? Yeah. Or hold on. I know you wanna leave me, but I refuse to let you go. Cause if I had to beg and plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, cause you mean that much to me. Ain't too proud to beg, sweet darling, please don't leave me, girl. What he said? Ain't too proud to please, baby, baby, please don't leave me, girl. Yeah, that's my shit. To let you go. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, when those songs come on, shit, I'm over here dancing. Ain't too proud to beg. What? That was David Ruffin? That was The Temptations with David Ruffin. Rest in paradise, David Ruffin. He had a voice. That man had a voice. That man had a voice. That man had a voice. That voice was fire. All right, let's get back. I got 10 minutes. I gotta do this.
You believe, be a fire, be a peace.
Oh, my bad.
You believe, be a fire, be a peace.
Never the one day I'll find someone who makes me feel so damn alive. Promise you won't play no games with my heart, cause you know I can't take it. Now you're heartbreaking. Oh, I gotta redo that because I love the ad-libs, but they're throwing me off. I'm not gonna hold you. And then I gotta turn this up a little bit, not too much.
You believe, be a fire, be a peace.
Never the one day I'll find someone who makes me feel so damn alive. Promise you won't play no games with my heart, cause you know I can't take it. Another heartbreaking.
You believe, be a fire, be a peace. Never the one day I'll find someone who makes me feel so damn alive. Promise you won't play no games with my heart, cause you know I can't take it. Another heartbreaking.
Never the one day I'll find someone who makes me feel so damn alive. I gotta be like that.
You believe, be a fire, be a peace.
Never the one day I'll find someone who makes me feel so it's too low. Never the one day I'll find is that a song? Never the one day I'll find someone who makes me feel so damn alive. Never the one day I'll find someone who... I'll just turn that part up. Okay.
You believe, be a fire, be a peace.
Never the one day I'll find someone who makes me feel so damn alive. Promise you won't play no games with my heart, cause you know I can't take it. Another heartbreaking. Another heartbreaking. Another heartbreaking. Never the one day I'll find someone who makes me. Never the one day I'll find someone who... Oh no, because I'm going to stack that, that's right.
You believe, be a fire, be a peace.
Never the one day I'll find someone who makes me feel so damn alive. Promise you won't play no games with my heart, cause you know I can't take it. Another heartbreaking.
Fire, be a peace.
Never the one day I'll find
Someone who makes me feel so damn alive. Promise you won't play no games with my heart, 'cause you know I can't take it. Another heartbreaking.
I'm not gonna lie, when I sang that part, I was thinking of staring into. I was thinking that I was in the movie Sinister, and I was imagining myself singing to Smoke. No, was it Smoke? No, Stack. I was imagining myself. No, it was Smoke. I was imagining myself singing to Smoke, and I just imagined his face in my head, and I was like, that man is just too fine for his own good. I swear. Goodness gracious.
You believe me if I be a piece. Never the one day I'll find someone who.
Alright, I need to back up. I'm too close to the mic.
You believe me if I be a piece. Never the one day I'll find someone who makes me feel so damn alive. Promise you won't play no games with my heart, 'cause you know I can't take it. Another heartbreaking. You believe me if I be a piece. Never the one day I'll find someone who makes me feel so damn alive. Promise you won't play no games with my heart, 'cause you know I can't take it. Another heartbreaking.
Alright, that was great. That was great. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. You know what? I think old Blindy, you were right. I think I have a minor ADD, because as I'm listening to these, I'm like, damn, my engineer brain is like, I gotta tweak this, I gotta move this, I gotta soften this, I gotta take out this breath, I'm like thinking all that as I'm freaking going in now, and I'm like, fuck, finish that shit. All right, we're done. We're done. All right, you guys, we are finally complete with the song. I do not need to do another. I don't need to re-sing the hook lead or the bridge lead, because, well, excuse me, I didn't mean to burp in the mic, excuse me, but, well, it's already sung in the beginning, so the only thing I'm going to need to do now is on verse 2, I need to stack my harmonies and my dubs and add my ad-libs, and then on the bridge and the hook, do different ad-libs, so that way it's not the same ad-libs or the same part the whole way throughout the song. But as you can tell, my vocals are getting a little raspy right now, so it's definitely know when to cut it, and this is one of the times to cut it. So I'll continue to listen in on what I've recorded throughout the day, take notes on certain things that I want to make change or do vocal-wise, and then I'll also practice a little bit on how I want to do my harmonies. This will give me time to sit down and really let it marinate. And then also I can listen to other music too that's similar to this style, to kind of get a little bit more inspiration. But I want to say I very much appreciate every single one of you guys for coming onto my live stream. You didn't have to be here. Practice, 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 practice. Yes, practice, 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 practice makes perfect, right? And like I said, I want to be great, and the only way to do that is to practice. So I want to thank you guys for all being here. This has been such a wonderful experience, honestly. I always get nervous to record my music online. I'll be here tomorrow. Bet I will be here tomorrow as well. But I always get a little nervous recording my music online because, well, I don't know, insecurities. But I'm not insecure anymore, so I don't give a fuck. But ad-libs are kind of tough. IMO, sometimes they are great, and other times it sounds like oohs and ahs next to oh babies. Yeah. Okay, that was good. I'll see you. Have fun. I'll come tomorrow if you do another stream. I will do another stream. I don't know what time because it is Mother's Day. So I am going to be spending time with my mom around 1:30, but that only should be like a couple hours, and then I can go ahead and head back. So, if anything, I'll probably start recording a little bit earlier throughout the day, maybe like around, I'll probably have to get up around 9 or 8 in the morning, simply because, I don't know how long it's going to take me for 1:30, and then during the evening, I live stream on TikTok. But you guys can follow me on all platforms. It's Cali Livin. That's CALYLIVIN. It's also on the screen. You can type that in anywhere and find me, except bad websites. I don't do adult filmed content. I do music filmed content or video games. So what I love about this and these platforms is you get to see who I am. I'm a music head and I'm a gamer. That's about it. Damn. Brian goes, damn. Yes. No, you cannot type that in somewhere and find me. I am not that type of person. No disrespect to people that do that. That's just not my cup of tea. So if you're going there to look for me there, you will not find me. I get this video stream one like, oh, thank you so much, Woo Crazy. And happy Mother's Day to all of your beautiful mothers. And take care of yourself. Take the time to relax. And I will see you guys mañana. Anyways, bye-bye.